Well, welcome to week 2, class. This is Steve. We're 1 week through our 8-week course, and that means we're 12.5% of the way through the course already. So I'm going to post this video it contains some reminders, some pointers, some additional explanations. I've had some questions about where to find different things, so I'll kind of zip through the course site again, and I'll probably end up having kind of a part 2 of the video that talks about the readings for this weekend and going into next week. So the first part will be some reminders about navigating the course site. So of course, here's your landing page, and I've got links down here to the different modules. Modules are how I've set up the course. Okay, excuse me. So it's not a bells and whistles type of page. It's just a bare Canvas page, but it's divided into the 8 modules, one for each week, and then I've got kind of a catch-all general thing at the top. So let me go to modules and just show you what I'm talking about. There's some videos up here. Somebody was asking where to find some of these videos. They're right in this overall course items, and then you can turn off like week 1 when we're done with it, and you can turn off the subsequent weeks, so you just see the week that's coming up. For example, I've got a PowerPoint on chapters 2 through 4. You only have to read 2 through 3, but I've got it on 2 through 4. You need to write a personal statement by Monday. By Tuesday, I'd like you to turn in your 100-point proposal, and on Thursday, every Thursday, we have a discussion forum due. Okay, so that's just kind of in a nutshell, how the modules thing works. And this is actually the page that I use to set up the whole course. Instead of having it all lined out in a paper syllabus, it's right in here. Okay, so I would strongly recommend that you kind of follow along in there. All right, it's set up by weeks. You can see under week 1 that we had the discussion and the project sign up, so I've gone through and graded those, or I've at least looked at the discussion. A comment on discussion 1 is generally most people, I think, didn't need to write as much as they did. So I actually gave you some statistics on word count after everybody had turned theirs in, and where you fall in there, and kind of some advice on kind of what target word count to have for the next week. So I've seen them all. I've done some commenting. I'll do the final grading when you've done your 2 additional responses to other people in your group. Okay, now if you scroll up here, let me just make sure that everybody's aware of these announcements. I think you get emails or something. Oh, I should have said on the home page over here on the right are some to-do items and some alerts about, I think this will show you if there are announcements that you haven't read. Okay, so, this says turn in these different projects that are due and that kind of stuff. But if you click on the announcement page, you can see, that I've written some announcements, and if you didn't see them in the email or something like that, you can go and check them out. Okay. Basically, the announcements so far, if you haven't read any of them, boil down to you can shorten your discussion posts. Most of you, I'd like you to add a picture to the Canvas account so that we can see a picture like you see pictures of me there next to those. That's especially useful in the discussion forums. I have an announcement about some videos introducing the course, and I have some welcome and introduction announcements. So if you haven't read those, maybe you can catch up on those. If you click on assignment, I don't know if you noticed over here on the right, top right corner, they're arranged by date, but you can arrange by type, and this is how I've actually set them up. This is how I see them. Right now we're in the student view, but in my view, they come up like this. The getting started assignments, the 8 discussion forums, the project proposals and options, and all the submissions for the projects, everything to do with projects, except the peer reviews also, where you review two projects of people who did similar projects to yours. And I'll be setting up in the next few days project groups, which is just for these peer reviews. Okay, so keep an eye out for those. And then lastly, 2 items that I put in a kind of a wrapping up category. So that's the whole course in terms of assignments, but you can arrange them by date. This shows you that 2 of them are already overdue, and the good news is almost everybody did them already, or they've told me why they didn't have an internet connection the last few days, and then upcoming assignments. Okay, so that's a little bit about announcements and assignments and discussions. I'd like to show you a little bit about grades. I want to make sure everybody's aware that if you go into grades and you see a little black call-out box there, that means that I've written you a comment or 2. Okay, please look at those, because sometimes I'm asking for more information before I complete the grading of something. Before I put points on it. I was snarky with this test student. I said, "Hey, test student, thanks for the submission. Please make it better." I just wanted to see if it showed up or how it showed up. And so that's how it shows up. It just kind of pops up next to, right below the project sign up thing there. Okay, what else? Your project sign up is totally graded. Your discussion one is partially graded with comments to everybody. A couple of people haven't done it yet, but I'm really waiting till Tuesday when everybody's had a chance to respond to each other. That's part of the points that you get each week for the discussion. And then the personal statement is due Monday, and that's about it for grades. And you'll be able to see your course grade as it goes along here throughout the 8 weeks. Okay, you can click on people. I believe you can see who's in the course, and if you click on groups, you can see who's in your discussion group. So you can click on, well, that says locked. Okay, if you're in the group, I guess you can see I'm not sure what you can see actually, but maybe you want to explore that and see who's in your group. Okay, and I'll be, like I said, I'll be adding project groups. So if it is like this, these are the discussion groups, first, second, and third rounds or sets of groups, and then down below that might be the project groups. Okay, and then the last thing on this left menu here that I've got open for you is the syllabus. This puts everything in chronological order, all the due dates. It also gives you some links to the actual paper syllabus and the calendar. On the home page, you can get to the calendar, I think, view calendar, and over here on your left menu, which is, I think, left menu, which I think is always open, you can see your calendar. And here's what my calendar for this course looks like. We're going into week 2 with the personal statement due, the 100-point proposal due, and the discussion 2 due on Thursday. Okay, so that's the end of that video, really. Just kind of a quick review of the course, of the Canvas layout. But one thing in addition I want to add is please have your DORT email forwarded to your personal email, like Gmail or something, so you don't miss any crucial announcements like from the registrar's office or financial aid or whatever, because they're going to use your DORT email. I'll use your preferred email if I'm sending out, a class announcement or something, but I'll also maybe only use the announcement feature in Canvas, so do check that. One other thing, didn't have on my list, but I just remembered that we'll be doing major changes to the logins, and I sent you an email about that. But if you have any trouble Monday morning between 4 in the morning and whenever you get up and try to get in, just let me know, or let John, whatever his name was, know. I have not really dealt with him before. He's the database administrator, but he came and sat in my office and we talked through some of the possible problems that might occur. Okay, so that's it about some nuts and bolts and reminders and stuff, and I think I'll stop this and save it. It's 10 minutes long already, and then make another one for talking about the content of week 2 a little bit. All right, see ya.